Hello and welcome to a new lesson of Conversation 2. Today's lesson is where can I find a clothing store? So basically, we will learn how to ask about directions, especially in a shopping center or we can say a shopping mall. All right, let's start with some vocabulary that we'll see in the text. The first one is hairdresser or hairstylist, the same meaning. So a hairdresser is a person who cuts and styles hair as an occupation. That means as a profession, usually working for salons or they could be self-employed. Okay, the second word we have or term is shopping mall or shopping center. You can also say shopping complex. Now they basically have the same concept, but they are different somehow. Okay, so they have similarities and they have differences. But generally, we will learn how to ask questions when we are in these places. Okay. The next word we have is clerk. Clerk, or we can say clerk in the British English. In American, they say clerk. So a clerk is a person employed in an office or a bank to keep records, accounts, or undertake other routine jobs. Routine tasks. Okay. The next word we have is drugstore. So this is a drugstore, is basically a pharmacy. It's a shop or store that sells medical supplies or medication. You will usually need to have a prescription from your doctor so you can get some medicine, let's say, that are not over the counter. So we have an over the counter medicine that you do not need to have a prescription, but other medication you need to have a prescription. Next, we have escalator. So escalator is different from elevator or a lift. Escalator is basically a staircase that is actually moving. Okay, so it's a moving staircase and that carries people, obviously, between floors of a building. Now, in the conversation that we will actually read in a few minutes, there's something where the speaker says you can go up two flights. Now, if you say up two flights, a flight of a staircase is like this one. Okay, when you start just walking up the staircase, when you finish this side, this is called a flight. And the other side, this one is a flight. So we have a flight and then landing and then a flight. So when you say two flights up, that means you have to go two flights, one and two. Okay, so it's the same concept that goes for the escalator. If I say you have to go up two flights, that means you go up one flight and then you go the second one. Okay, so you have two flights up. And we also have the word floor, like first floor, second floor. So we can also use the word level. When I say first floor, it's the same when I say first level. Okay, so level and floor have the same meaning. Okay, now let's go back to the lesson here. I'm just going to start with reading the text. Okay. So here we have a clerk and Marie. Okay. So here we go. Could I help you? Yes. Could you tell me where I can find a women's clothing store? A women's clothing store. There are several women's clothing stores in the mall. There's one on this level, about 4 stores down from here on your right, just past the drugstore. Thanks a lot. Yes. Now there's another woman here asking, is there a hairdresser in this mall? Yes, there's one on the 3rd floor. Take the escalator up 2 flights. Thank you. I'm looking for an umbrella. Where can I find them, please? The best place is Field's department store on the second floor. Okay, so here we have already mentioned some of the new words, like a drugstore, and the term to flights. So now we are aware of the meaning. Let's go straight to the opening scene of the conversation. So when you want to ask about directions in a store, you can simply say, could you tell me? Could you tell me? Or you can just, excuse me, could you tell me where I can find? And then you name the item or the thing you are looking for. Could you tell me where I can find an umbrella? In the accessories department on the second floor. Now, each mall or shopping center, they have different stores and they have different departments or sections for specific items. Okay, so it is divided. So we have the accessories department, we have the furniture department, the lighting department, toys department, perfumes, and so on. Okay. All right, so here we have asking for directions in a store. This is another way of asking. Okay, this is another way. You can say, I'm looking for an umbrella. Where can I find them, please? Okay, you can say, I'm looking for, and then you name the item that you are looking for. And then you can ask, where can I find them, please? Umbrellas are on this floor. Walk down here to your left. Here, when I say walk down here, it means on the same floor or on the same road, okay, or the same lobby or okay. They're across from the perfume center. Now, as you can see here in this map, for instance, if I say go down, let's say 4 stores, okay, or you can say pass 4 stores, okay, that means you can just count like 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. You go down, that means you just keep going on the same path, okay, so you do not go left or right, you just go straight on. All right. Here we have, it says use these words. Here we have socks, gloves. So basically these are words you can use to practice as a way of asking, let's say the information desk. Okay, it's the person who usually have a counter in the middle of a shopping mall or center or any kind of public place. Where you can go and ask for information, okay? You can just ask for any of these items. All right, now here we have another way of asking for directions in a mall. You can say, I need to buy a new shirt. I need to buy a new shirt. Where can I find? And then you name. So you need a new shirt. So you must be looking for a woman's clothing. If you are a woman, or a men's clothing if you are a man. So a woman's clothing store, a man's clothing store, children's clothing store, and so on. Can you tell me where I can find? Okay, so I need to buy a new shirt. This is not, let's say, mandatory. You don't have to say this, but it's kind of a way to break the ice, let's say, or to kind of start the conversation going. Okay, I need to buy a new shirt. Now this is very casual and very common. Okay. All right, let's see here. There is a women's clothing store on this level. On this level means on this floor, So if you are on, let's say, on the second floor and the information desk person says, or the clerk says, on this level, that means on the second floor, the one that you are actually on at the moment. On the third level, about 4 stores down, just past the drugstore. All right, let's go back to the slide I prepared. Now, this is a way of asking the person about direction for something. So could you tell me where I can find a clothing store? This is basically the way you can start asking about the place or the location for the thing you're looking for. Okay. We can also say, could you tell me where the, this is just a typing mistake. Okay. So could you tell me where I can find a grocery store? Okay, so this is basically, you can ask it when you are even on the street, not in the shopping mall. So it's a very general question. A hairdresser, barber shop, it's all the same. All right, let's see here. Okay, now these all are common ways of asking about directions. Okay, if you want to know a direction for a specific store, you can just use these kind of questions. Now this is basically for shopping malls, or even if you are not at a shopping mall, you can just ask them, where can I find, for example, where can I find the toy store? Where is the accessories store or department or section? Okay, because malls and shopping centers are very huge. Okay, they're very huge, so they are divided into smaller sections or departments. Is there you name the thing here? So you can say, is there a theater here? That means, is there a theater in this place, in this store, or in this shopping mall? Okay. I'm looking for is there one here? Or where can I find it or find them? Okay. You can also say, I need or I want to buy a new. Where can I find or so, for example, I need to buy a new shirt. Where can I find a men's clothing store? Okay. Where can I find a men's clothing store, or a women's clothing store, children's clothing store? It depends on what you're looking for. You can also say, I'm looking for a hairdresser. Is there one here? That means, is there one in this shopping mall? Okay, or in this shopping center? Is there one? I'm looking for an umbrella or a watch or a purse. It's just, you name the item you're looking for, and you can say, where can I find them? I'm looking for an umbrella, so where can I find them? Okay. Now, as I said before, you can use the same formation, okay, to ask people whether you are on the street or in a public place. Let's say in all situations, in different situations, you can use the same formation. You can ask the same thing, what can I find, or I'm looking for, and then you name the item and say what you're looking for. Now, here are just possible answers in a shopping center or a mall. The person or the clerk might say, it's or they're on this floor. Okay, it's on this floor, they're on this floor, on the ground floor, first floor, second floor, or they can say first level or second level, as I mentioned, because they have the same meaning. Next to, for example, next to the accessories or perfume department or store. Okay, they might say it's in the bed and bath section or in the furniture section. Okay. All right, so this is basically the way how you ask about directions. If you are in a shopping mall, this is the way you can ask about directions for a specific item. Okay, just follow these questions that I just gave and you'll be fine. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another lesson.